What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted. It's been about a year, and I just want to do a trade recap. Honestly, thank you guys for even watching this and being here. But yeah, let's just get active. Okay, I gotta do this real quick. I am currently at work doing this trade breakdown, but let's just get into it real quick. I'm just gonna show you guys what I took on the day. So I came into the day and I had a bullish narrative. So as we could see here, we had a bullish SMT, a bearish SMT, right? We displaced off of it and now we're coming back up. So that also gave me a confirmation, not a confirmation, but it gave me like a little bit of a narrative that we wanted to go up. As you can see, we're pushing up and then we have a retracement. And I also see these draws here, like these voids that we could come and take and fill. Now I know we're not going to fill it exactly today, but I was like, okay, we're probably going to start, trailing up there. And then we also had this bullish SMT that we started delivering off of. So for me, that's pretty bullish. All right, as you can see, there's a couple markings already because I done recorded this video now the third time. Okay, so as we can see, we put in bearish SMT before market open, pre-market. And we also have, we were forming a bullish SMT, but we already had a bullish SMT here, right? That we started delivering off of. Excuse me, guys. So, what happens? Market open, boom, bullish SMT. ES is displacing up. NQ comes, we take this low, we soup this low, and then we start, we close like a doji. We rebalance, we push up higher. ES comes and takes this draw. Now we're kind of holding here. We get this little soup and we see that NQ is holding here. Now, as you can see, it looks like this SMT is holding, right? So it looks like we have this bearish SMT holding. Okay, now we're displacing lower. ES is rebalancing. Okay, so we come lower and we put in this SMT. ES looks like we want to start pushing up higher. Get back to it. So ES looks like we want to go higher, and then we just soup this low and we're getting a retracement. So what I wanted to see was, okay, we're gonna come into here and then disrespect and go lower. Then I would possibly take a short, or actually in this moment I was waiting for, well, that was one possibility, and then if we like come and resoup and then continue lower for a reversal. And then my other idea was, if we come up, we come into this SIBI, we get a little reaction and then continue higher, I would take buys. What do we get? We go lower. Now there's probably some people who saw this and they're like, okay, maybe we're selling off. And then we continue lower. Okay, at this point, there's probably people who are like, yeah, we're pretty bullish. And we can see that price is coming here. Well, now I want to see what price does in this BISI, because we're right there. So I want to see, okay, are we going to tap into the 50%, 25%, and then start pushing up higher? Are we going to, start pushing up higher? Also, here we can see that we had all of this LR. So we took this one here, and now we're on our way down here. And then our last one would be like in between here. So what does next candle do? Okay, so we completely disrespected. But we don't tap into the BISI. So for me personally, I don't see any reason for me to really short. Now we are taking all these draws lower, right? All these draws are getting taken lower, but there's really nothing there for me to trust a buy right now. So let's see next candle. The next candle starts pushing up, and then we get a rebalance, and then we push up. I would like a buy. What does next candle do? Completely disrespected. At this point, there's people who are shorting. For me, and what I want to see, this doesn't look like good shorts. It doesn't look valid. It kind of looks like we're starting to like get into a choppy range. So it's not like clear, clean price action. Boom, now we're selling off. And for sure, there's people who are shorting this. And it's not a bad short, right? Because you can see draws are here. So we have this little internal and we completely blow through that, and then now we're at this internal. So shorts here are not terrible, but it's really not that clean to me, in my opinion. So now we're in this BISI. We body candle close above the 50% of the BISI. So now I want to see what we do. Did we get a retracement? So now we get a little bullish reaction. NQ looks like we're shorting. I actually looked at this here and I was like, I would short here, but we're just so close to the end of the move that I don't even want to risk my money, right? I don't want to risk my money because the way that ES closed, we're at the 50% and we didn't fully fill it, right? We didn't fully fill it, and we could possibly come up, have some manipulation before continuing lower. And I saw this and I was like, we might tap into the SIBI. I don't want my stop loss all the way up here, right? It's just too far. And our draw is literally 30 points away. So I would have negative RR if I tried to take this with a good stop loss and take it where it makes sense, and that I'm not shorting literally at the end of the move. So what does next candle do? Doji, right? Now we completely fill this. So there's people that are like, okay, if we start going bearish because we completely filled it, we're probably going to want to continue lower. What does next candle do? Another doji. But on ES, this looks great for shorts. Okay, now we come up. We look at this. We don't even tap into the SIBI. We put in equal highs here. ES looks like we're pushing up, right? We're getting manipulation. It's not manipulation to where you want to take an entry, but it's manipulation to FOMO people into buys right now and to FOMO people into sells right now. What does next candle do? Completely disrespect. We completely disrespect that, and we are bearish. Well, we print a bearish candle. At this point, we take draw. And what do we still have? We still have, so my SMT was here, right? So we still have SMT holding. Overall higher time frame, we still have this SMT holding. So I am still bullish on the day, right? My bullish narrative has not been disproven until we took this draw lower. So now I'm waiting to see what we do. At this point, I'm like, okay, if price wants to push lower, rebalance, push lower, like then I would take a sell. But as of right now, what I'm waiting for is price going to come down and then we start reversing higher. So what do we get? Next candle, bullish. Okay, there's people who literally see this and they're like, okay, we just took this low and now this candle prints, and they're probably gonna FOMO in and start buying up because they're like, oh, we're getting a disrespect and we filled the BISI and now we're coming up. Like, bro, what does next candle do? Okay, we're FOMOing sellers. Right now, this is straight chop. I was like, I want nothing to do with what price is doing right now because this is straight chop. At this point, I was like, yo, I am so fine. Literally, like, if we get to 10 a.m., I am completely fine not even taking a trade right now. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I have 13 minutes left in my trading day. And if price doesn't like do anything I like, I'm getting off the charts. 10 a.m. exactly, I'm closing my charts. Okay. Next candle. Bullish. We're doing nothing here. Like, this is nothing. Okay, we get a doji here. We're still doing nothing. Boom. Bearish. People are shorting. People see this right here. I literally was looking at this. I'm like, I know there's people who are spamming shorts right now. They're like, oh, we came here, we're like kind of close to here, and we're kind of resouping here, and then we're pushing low, and we're not holding, we can't go higher. There's people who shorted here, and there's people who shorted here because like we're breaking through this low. Meanwhile, this SMT is still holding. This is still holding. What does next candle do? Rebalance. Instantly rebound. We don't even go a single pip lower on NQ. And what do we do next? Okay, we have a doji. We're rebalancing. We just filled this. So what do we do next? Okay, we come in here. ES is now disrespecting this bearish candle. So we're continuing higher. Right, this BISI is already filled. So if we're already filled and we're bearish, why are we coming back up here? Why are we coming back up here? We've already done our rebalancing, so there's no reason why we should come back up here if we are bearish on the day. But we're holding. We literally cannot go any farther. Next candle, I see this and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty bullish, but I need to see the next candle. So if we were supposed to be bearish, price should have instantly started dumping here. But what do? We start pumping up. I get in on this candle. Oops. I get in on the middle of this candle, right? While this candle is printing up, right? So we come up here, we're pushing down. I'm like, all right, I'm getting in. Stops are going here. And I see, yes, we're just pumping up. We're pumping up. We're pumping up. I know price is about to come up. What do we do next? Okay, we get a little doji, right? We're stopping here. We just stopped right here. Let's see what we get. Next candle, I was like, I'm confident in the trade. I'm not even worried about it. Next candle, boom. Boom. I'm targeting just these little internal highs, right? I really wanted to target here and fill this civvy, but I was like, I'm just going to take it because it's a no news Monday. Take low hanging fruit, you know, like I'm just trying to get a day in. And then boom, bullish. And what do? We come all the way up to this. We come up to this high and then we instantly displace. But we start coming down. But this is literally like, this here is FOMOing people into sells and to buys. This is to FOMO people into sells. This is to FOMO people into sells. And what does price do? We continue up. You have to be able to read the market candle by candle. Candle by candle, the market's going to tell you what to do. And if you have a very strong narrative, then you are good. Now, there's people who probably looked at this, right? They probably looked at this here and they're like, okay, I have a bearish narrative and I want to take sells. And this wouldn't have been bad sells, but it's not sells that I personally would take. Okay, so that was my trade for the day. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Okay, yeah, we're still recording. So yeah, that was my trade for the day. Pretty clean, right? I feel like today wasn't beautiful, but it was pretty like decent to read the market. I didn't really have a problem reading the market. I was pretty strong on my narrative that I had a bullish narrative. And you know, people are gonna see different, right? There's people in the mentorship that I'm in where there's people who took all these sells, right? They took all these sells. You could have profited off of it, but for me, it's about seeing what I like best and what I feel confident in. And at the end of the day, when it comes to trading, you would just need to do what makes sense to you. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave any comments that you have, like, subscribe. I have the mentorship in the description. It is AOTE, Akram Arachidi. Honestly, he's genuinely changing my life actively, and he's changed so many people's life in the Discord. And I just pray for all of you. I pray for all of you for your journeys. Like, genuinely, like, we all deserve this. You will be deserving of this. If you're not putting in the work now, do it now. Like, don't waste any time. You know, one thing that's really been on my mind is like, the weeks will pass you by. The weeks will pass you by. I look to where I am now and where I could have been if I didn't let the weeks pass me by. And you have to look at yourself seriously and be like, where am I? Where did I start and where am I? Have I made true progress or have I been stagnant? But yeah, thank you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, just be hungry this week. Be hungry this week. Put the hard work in. I'll catch you guys later.